Today's show is brought to you by preparewithtammy.com. One of the best ways to build independence and confidence is being prepared. Here at my home, 1890 Homestead, we focus on self-sufficiency like gardening, water filtration, and storable food. For more information and to order the supplies you need, go to preparewithtammy.com. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Naturally Inspired Daily. If you haven't become a member yet over on livenaturallyinspired.com, you can do it right now for free. Head on over there and just enter in promo code Tammy, Tammy, and you'll get your first month free. Only $5 a month, and you get all of our content in one place. Today's Health Watch is about sleep, and this was a remarkable component to why we aren't sleeping and how the lack of sleep affects our body that I didn't know before. From my wonderful little trusty book, Deeply Holistic. Take a look at this book. It is so great. So many tangible things you can walk away with, applicable. It's just a really good guide, and it's by Pip Waller. So one little nugget I just want to point out about our kidneys is just that a lack of sleep is actually very damaging to our kidneys. And kidney cells do not regenerate regularly, unlike skin cells, but they are able to repair damage and grow new cells if the circumstances are right, ideally at night when you sleep. So something to consider that your lack of sleep not only makes you feel run down and yucky and all of that, but it is impacting your body. And we know that in terms of ability to lose weight. It can impact your body. It can increase chances of feeling anxiety and all those kinds of things, depression, all of that kind of stuff. But did you know that it affected your kidneys? Because I did not. Pointing that out, I want to talk a little bit about caffeine. I am not one to be preaching about caffeine. I love my coffee. However, I am becoming a lot more cognizant about how much I'm drinking, trying to keep it down to just in the morning. And I know that can be difficult if you love your coffee like I do. But when we make those connections on how it's impacting our body, then we're much more likely to adhere to it. So when you drink your coffee, not only, thinking about what it's going to do in terms of your sleep, but think about how it will impact your organs as well. And it does impact your kidneys. So a couple of self-care guidelines for getting some better sleep. She mentions in this book, which are really good. Of course, drinking water, cutting off caffeine, turning down your screens and turn off your phones, get off your phone an hour before bedtime, turn off your Wi-Fi at night. Those EMF rays or communication waves, I should say, affect your sleep and your ability to get to sleep. Of course, dimming lights, make sure you're sleeping in a dark room. Creating a pattern is so important. So create a calm space. Don't eat 2 hours before you go to bed, because that can keep you up. Exercise lightly before you go to bed. Get into a routine of stretching, or even a breathing routine can help. A warm drink. I like a powdered magnesium. That helps you drink. You can just put it in some hot water. Get up early for, the first couple of weeks when you're trying to regulate your sleep. Getting up early and kind of, getting into that routine is better to kind of suffer through those days of being tired and then being able to fall asleep at night. Your circadian rhythm is really a big part of your sleep health. And if you're staying up way too late, sleeping in or whatever, you can get off with that rhythm, and it can be challenging to get back on. You have to kind of struggle through it at first. Make sure your room temperature is good. Also, another thing that that's not on this list that I find very helpful, especially when my kids were little, Epsom salt baths before night. So about an hour before you're about ready to go to bed, get in a warm bath with some Epsom salts, and just kind of make that part of your routine as you try to build a healthy sleep pattern. Unfortunately, some platforms censor the information in this show. Watch the rest of this episode by going to naturallyinspireddaily.com. Find amazing interviews with people like David Icke, Max Egan, frontline doctors, and more at naturallyinspiredpodcast.com. Connect with me directly at tammycuthbertgarcia.com. Support our amazing team. Help us defeat censorship and become a subscriber for only $5 a month at livenaturallyinspired.com. Find me on all social media platforms at connectwithtammy.com.